The Court of Appeal has begun a special 3-day session in Gulu City, hearing 23 criminal appeals, most involving serious offences such as murder and aggravated defilement. The session is being presided over by a panel of 3 justices of the Court of Appeal, led by Justice Geoffrey Kiryabwire, alongside Justices John Mike Mosisi and Esther Nambayo. Speaking during a stakeholders meeting at Gulu High Court, Justice Kiryabwire explained that this regional sitting is part of the Judiciary's wider efforts to bring justice closer to the people, especially those in upcountry regions who face challenges traveling to Kampala.
The Court of Appeal ordinary sits in Kampala. We decided to bring services nearer to the people of Uganda by using regional Court of Appeal sessions that is going on in the country. When we come to the regions, our primary intention is to ease access of justice for the people within that particular region. Holding sessions at regional level reduces on transportation and litigation costs formerly spent by litigants traveling to Kampala to access the same services at the Court of Appeal and Constitutional Court. This has been resounded over and over again by the stakeholders.
Representing Deputy Chief Justice Dr. Flavian Zeija, he emphasized that these sessions are meant not only to improve access but also ease the growing case backlog. But the challenge is big. The Court of Appeal, with just 20 justices, is currently overwhelmed with more than 14,000 matters from lower courts, half of them being case backlogs. Justice Kiryabwire urged judicial officers to embrace mediation and alternative dispute resolutions as one of the ways of reducing the number of cases that end up in the courts.
Our appeal is simple. We appeal to you to use these mediators. It is one thing to train them and then for you to continue business as what? As usual. So we must make total use of these tools that we have put out there. We encourage all judicial officers, justice actors to embrace ADR in your course. The forms of ADR we encourage you to practice include plea bargaining, reconciliation, diversion in juvenile cases, mediation, negotiation, arbitration, and conciliation.
Earlier this year, mediators were trained in Northern Uganda, including religious leaders, judicial officers, and traditional leaders. Some of them have since been retained to help handling disputes locally.
The Chief Justice was here in Gulu to launch the training of over 70 mediators for Northern Uganda and West Nile. Prior to that training, other mediators have been trained in this region. They include judicial officers, religious leaders, and reputable local leaders. The number of them have been retained and retooled so that they can allow for effective delivery of justice.
Resident Judge at Gulu High Court, Justice Philip Okello, shared the progress made over the last 3 years.
I wish to say that we have made tremendous achievement in terms of case backlog and case reduction. When I came here about 3 years ago, my Lord, our caseload was standing at about 3,800. As of this morning, the case now stands at 1,965.
Through mediation, plea bargain, and new circuits in Kitgum and Patongo, Gulu High Court has managed to cut its case backlog almost by half, from 3,800 cases down to 1,965. For instance, through plea bargain alone, 175 criminal cases were concluded in just one camp at Gulu Main Prison, cases that would have taken otherwise more than 5 separate criminal sessions. The Northern Regional Prisons Commander, Alex Oloka, praised the Judiciary for these interventions, saying they have helped reduce congestion in prisons and restored hope among inmates.
My Lord, I would like to extend my sincere thanks to the Judiciary for the plea bargain session we had in Gulu. It helped a lot to address some of the challenges of delayed trials. The number of inmates benefited, over 241 inmates benefited from the plea bargain session. We have also had a High Court session in Tomo and Kitco, which is a good sign that the Judiciary is extending, especially High Court, extending to the other districts. And we would like to appeal to have more of these sessions in order to address the challenges we face of congestion.
He noted that delayed access to justice remains a major challenge, with many inmates stuck on remand.
Of course, when we have these sessions going on, it also increases the trust of prisoners in the judiciary, and also builds on hope in them that at the end of the day, they will have their cases tried. I would also like to extend my sincere thanks for the cooperation we have between the sister institutions and the jailers. We work so closely, and it has helped most of our activities run smoothly.
As of September 30th, there were only 6,866 inmates in prisons across Gulu, Amuru, Kitgum, Pada, Lamo, and Patongo. Nearly 5,000 are convicts, while 2,000 remain on remand. Many of the appeals before the court involve convicts seeking to overturn life sentences, and at least one inmate appealing a death sentence. For the inmates, this 3-day session is a rare opportunity to have their voices heard and cases reviewed without waiting for years for a slot in Kampala. The session also comes shortly after the Judiciary launched the construction of a permanent Court of Appeal building in Gulu City, a project expected to further strengthen access to justice in Northern Uganda. A story compiled by Julius Ocungi for the Uganda Radio Network in Gulu.